In 1620, while the Mayflower was in Provincetown, 18 of its men sailed in a small shallop, searching for a place to live. They came to present-day Eastham, where they were met by a group of Nauset. After a brief but violent encounter, the English left towards today's Plymouth. In 2020, we remember this first encounter. We explore its meanings for today and tomorrow.
Good evening. Welcome to our Sunset Series. I'm Thomas Ryan, Vice Chair of the Eastham 400 Commemoration Committee. I'm very happy tonight to be joined by Rev Wesley Williams. You were the minister at the United Methodist Church in Orleans. I remember those years some time ago. And you're now a retired United Methodist minister. And you're now the convener for the Martin Luther King Action Team, which is part of Nauset Interfaith Association, which has done great things for us in this area for many years. And those of you watching this series will remember the sunrise service for the 399th anniversary of the first encounter was led by Ken Campbell and others from Nauset Interfaith. So your action team is part of that Interfaith Association.
We're a subcommittee of the Nauset Interfaith Association, and we focus specifically on addressing race relations on the Cape.
So tell us what you're doing, please.
Well, essentially, we have basically subdivided as an action team into task forces because given the current climate out here, we're getting people wanting to join. We have more than doubled our capacity here, and we're thinking, what are we going to do with all of these people who want to be involved? And so we came up with the idea of organizing task forces so that we can essentially address the many areas that we feel have to be addressed to sufficiently deal with race relations. Education, police community relations. We also have a task force dealing with, I don't know who this is going to go to, but it's the DA sheriff elections. We really feel that in 2022 we have got to replace this DA with a man who is, or a woman, anybody who is more racially aware and sensitive. So we've got a petition going. With our education task force, we're working with the Mass Committee to basically overhaul their curriculum. We feel that the curriculum is woefully inadequate. It does not teach kids about the real history of relationships in the United States, particularly race relations, But that extends to the history of women's involvement, all kinds of things that were left out. It was essentially a white male curriculum. And so we're basically looking to see how we can help change the curriculum, and also train teachers, because they weren't taught that.
Right, they're passing on the canon as they understood it.
The canon is exactly. So
now, on the schools, speak for a minute about that. Is this K or grade 1 through 12, or what are you? Where are you working?
Well, at every level. We're working with the Mass Association for School Committees. That has an anti-racism resolution now before all the Cape Cod school committees. Yeah. And so we have a task force that is working with them, and they're the ones who can attend the meetings. They're the ones who can also raise issues, particularly pertaining to race, because that's basically our focus. And they can be also informing us as to what they hear, what they experience at these meetings and so forth, so that we can continue to enrich our own approach, retool whatever it is that we need to do to address the situation.
Well, I certainly wish you Godspeed on that advocacy and education, because I see that at every level. In our own series this summer, we're talking about Native American relations. When I can certainly know when I was a young kid, many years ago in the Dark Ages, some of my Irish ancestors were claiming that they were never taught about, that they only learned the Braham Beacon Hill history. They never learned about their ancestors. So
Right.
it's at every level. I'm really happy that,
Oh, yeah.
that our schools would look at the real history of racism in.
Well, and this is the thing. I mean, it's, as you know, Dr. King, of course, was very concerned about racial segregation as it applied to African Americans at the time. But his concern was for all, as he used to say, all of God's children. All of God's children. So what we're trying to do with the Martin Luther King Action Team is to continue that legacy of lifting up everyone.
Right. Now, you told us a little bit about working at the state level about education. What about the police? Are you working at the state level or Cape and Islands Association?
Well, essentially, we started with the police chiefs in the Nauset region because we felt we needed to focus. We needed to be, and this is where we live, and we felt that we needed to establish relationships with the ones who were here. That really took off. We had a series of luncheons where we just got to know each other, because we felt that we needed to establish basic relationships and trust. We didn't want them to feel that they were walking into a quagmire, that we were going to, pounce on them when they came in. We wanted to basically say, like our founder, John Wesley, would say, if your heart be as our heart, give me your hand. You're a human being, I'm a human being. Let's relate on that level. And then we can talk about, the whole business of policing, how that applies to the science of policing, the techniques, and all of those things, So that was very, and we brought George Kelling here, who was the architect for community policing to a great extent. Broken windows, some folk would, and community college, Cape Cod Community College was very, very cooperative, and they gave us a lot to see that this, because they really wanted to see this through. So Dr. Cox was very, very instrumental in helping mount that whole occasion. Now we are seeking to expand that. We want to go to another level so that we can reach all the police chiefs in all the 15 towns. But we feel that we've got to start very, very small. We don't want to, again, get off on the wrong foot with these police chiefs that we have not had any relationship with. So we're talking now with 3 of our Nauset region police chiefs with whom we have developed a relationship so that we can perhaps, what we would say, frame the conversation that we want to have when we start in the fall.
Thank you. We're ending this segment now. It is on a good note of hearing about your work in education and police. And tune in again. I think we'll be having another conversation with Reverend Wesley Williams. Thank you very much.
My name is Joanna Hollick. I'd like to share an invitation with you regarding Eastham 400's other series, the Campfire Series. The Campfire Series is a series of hour-long presentations each Sunday in July and August that delve more deeply into some of the topics that we discuss here on the Sunset Series. I am happy to announce that our last campfire will be taking place in person. On Sunday, August 30th, this event will occur at the Eastham Windmill at 6 p.m. The same presentation that was given on August 23rd will be given again, featuring John Hanlon, who has led the campfire programs at Cape Cod National Seashore for the past 20 years, and Linda Coombs of the Aquinnah Wampanoag tribe. Admission is free, but registration is required. You can sign up for this event using the form on our website, eastham400.org. We are looking forward to this event and hope to see you there.